What's good, everybody? This your boy Blackout Jones. And I got a big question out there. Can Joey Aguilar return Tennessee's offense to the promised land? Can Joey Aguilar put up bigger numbers than Nico Iamaleava? Can Joey Aguilar bring us back to the 2022 season where the offense was electric? We're just going to have to wait and see. I have that and a whole lot more. But before I get to that, please follow, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Because this is just shooting the sports. Let's go. You know, sometimes, you gotta go back and do your research just a little bit more. Because previously, I talked about how I felt like, or I had the question out there where I felt like, was Jake Merkelinger being disrespected? Because after the acquisition of Joey Aguilar, it seemed like a lot of people crowned him as the QB1. And I get it. Experience, played 3 years at Appalachian State, put up some good numbers, had some bad interceptions, but he was a gunslinger and not afraid of anything. And then you have Jake Merlinger, who, by all accounts, has had at least 18 months of being in the Josh Heupel offense. Came in here and there, mop-up duty, looked decent, looked pretty good during the orange and white game. I remember the year before that when he was in his first orange and white game, he wasn't necessarily a gunslinger. He was more of a runner. And, it's the orange and white game. Yeah, it looks good. But it's not real time. Real game speed, if you will. And he really hasn't been thrown into the fire. Now, when I look at Joey Aguilar, it kind of reminds me of a Hendon hooker. And the reason why I say that is because when I was able to actually do a little bit more research on Joey Aguilar, was able to look at more game film, more game highlights, I noticed that he knew when to run, and might I add, he can run. He has wheels. Not afraid to put the ball in tight windows. Not afraid to take big chances, if you will. Now, all by it being at Appalachian State, understand something. Appalachian State, they're known to have a winning season. Winning seasons, if you will. They're known for competing for championships in their respective conference. So last year was kind of it wasn't normal for Appalachian State to have a losing record. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they made the bowl game. They didn't make a bowl game. They may have, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. And I remember on that last video when I talked about Joey Aguilar and Jake Merkelinger and the whole quarterback situation, the whole quarterback room, I talked about Joey Aguilar's stats. Now, I had someone in the comments, came in there and was like, hey, you're being biased and you need to do your research and you need to understand that, the talent level on the team wasn't up to par, and that's the reason why, his numbers were down, this, that, and the third. So I took it upon myself to do my research, to look more into why Joey Aguilar had a bad season last year. So I know some sources at Appalachian State that I'm pretty close to, and they gave me some information. So they stated to me that Joey Aguilar, great quarterback, a great locker room leader, something that we need. Because let's face it, Nico, yes, he was our quarterback, but was he really our leader? And when I mean by leader, I mean, was he outspoken? Did he hold people accountable? Did he, outside of football, did he hang with the players? Did he have that camaraderie with our players, especially on offense? I've heard not really. I've heard he's a guy that pretty much came to work. Once work was over, went back to the dorms, and that was it. Also heard that there were a few that he would hang out with, but it wasn't, it wasn't a kumbaya moment. But at the quarterback position, you need a bona fide leader. Defensively, you need a bona fide leader. And what I've heard is that Joey Aguilar is that dude. He is that guy. He is that leader. And that's something that we need for this 2025 season to be successful. Now, I've also heard that he's come in and he's hit the ground running. He's held his head down, and all he's doing is putting in the work each and every day. He's not coming in there and being a prima donna and, and saying things like, hey, this is my team, and have the big head because of his experience. Humble and ready to put in the work and ready to become that QB1 that we're looking for. Now, the question is, can he have a better season than Nico Iamaleava? Of course he can. Nico didn't do too much. He wasn't a world beater. I mean, he threw for what? He threw for over 2,500 yards. He had 20 plus touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Okay, but let's understand something. The defense and Dylan Sampson was what led us to the college football playoffs. Understand, there were times in the Alabama game. Now, the reason why I say this offense could probably be better than it was last year is because I feel like Joey Aguilar is that guy. I also heard that he has a great deep ball, and I've seen where he has a great deep ball. And he's not afraid to let that thing go. He ain't trying to, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me throw it here. Because the thing about Hendon Hooker, he got it the way it needed to be. Plain and simple. Where it needed to be, on the money. The deep ball, oh my God. Chef's kiss. And I think that's something Joey Aguilar can do and can bring to the Tennessee offense. And his experience is a plus. His running ability is a plus. So could I see our offense going back to 2022? Yes. Can I see Joey Aguilar having better numbers in the Tennessee offense than Nico? Yes. Better than Milton? Yes. Somewhere up to par with Hendon? Possibility. We just gonna have to wait and see. But if he does, and that defense is a top 10 defense, we can shake some things up in the SEC and play for a championship. Not only in the SEC, but also the college football playoffs. But it's all about that quarterback position and the skill players as well. Because the quarterback can get it to you. You just got to catch it. And when you catch it, you better know what you better know what to do with it after you catch it. If that deep ball can be what that deep ball used to be, a lot of teams out there gonna be in trouble. And then everything else will open up because the run game gonna be the run game. Running back by committee. That's what we've always been built on. Running back by committee. Whether it's Peyton Lewis, whether it's Deshaun Bishop, whether it's the new guy from Duke, that's what it's built on. I think we're gonna be very successful. Offensive line, not worried. I think we're going to shock a lot of people, and I think we're going to do our job. How do y'all feel about this? Do y'all believe that Joey Aguilar can come in and not only win us a lot of games, but be a whole lot better than that 5-star in California? We're just going to have to wait and see. But I think we're going to be okay this season. I really, truly do. So let's throw the stats out the window from Appalachian State, just like we did with Hendon Hooker. Because one thing I've always said, whether I was talking on here or whether I was talking to people, outside of here, Coaching is important. It's very important. You may have a quarterback coach that over here, just not that good. You may have a quarterback coach over here, just not that good. Because understand something, UCLA wanted Joey Aguilar, didn't they? And UCLA got Joey Aguilar, didn't they? And then they showed total disrespect to Joey Aguilar when Nico committed to UCLA. So Joey Aguilar has a chip on his shoulder, and I can't wait for him to show it. Well, this your boy Blackout Jones. We're just shooting the sports. And I always say, as I always say when I talk about these guys here, go Big Orange, go Vols.